A tribute to the great Gatsby. Jay Gatsby, whose real name is James Gatz, lived a life that made others wonder who he really was. That's one quality that made him so great, the fact that people were so interestingly infatuated by his lived life. It's unfortunate how he devoted his life to a lover and is now soulless and lifeless. Here he lies, dead for the actions and faults of another. His legacy still remains in the hands of New York. All the parties he threw, hospitality he offered, and motivation he obtained to reach the green light was all for nothing. The public has their own false interpretations of who Gatsby is, but I know who the real Jake Gatsby is. He was a man filled with heart, almost like an innocent child that couldn't differentiate society's bad qualities from its good ones. One of the last few days that Gatsby's presence still roamed on the earth, I paid him with a compliment. It was the only compliment I had ever paid him, and I said, "You're worth the whole damn bunch put together." I was always glad I said that. I was all he had. He was a fool, an innocent one that did not study the consequences of offering his good characteristics. His greatest characteristics were only used for someone else's mischievous plots. He was so wrapped around the idea of living life for someone else that he put little effort, possibly none, to set time aside for himself. Even after reaching his most desirable possession, he sought out to seek how else he could possibly make the emotions and feelings of a careless person happy. I still remember hearing the sound boom through the phone as the fire gun released its bullets, taking Gatsby's last bits and pieces of life that had not yet been confiscated by Daisy Buchanan, a woman I am ashamed to call my cousin due to her selfish and careless behavior. If I were to have even a small ounce of love for New York, it would be all in honor of Gatsby's presence. Daisy used Gatsby and sucked the living life out of him. If it hadn't been for her misleading actions towards Gatsby, he would have never believed that she actually loved him. He would have never been driven into her games, and most importantly, he would not be lying in a casket before my eyes at this moment. It's a shame how all the blame was put on Gatsby, yet no one is here to get the real truth. No one will ever know what type of man he was and why. Because all of New York's people are just as careless and selfish as Tom and Daisy. This one is for you, my Mr. J. Gatsby. The truth will be told. Although I'm not everybody, I know what really happened, and even just one voice is enough to defend a man that no longer holds those qualities to defend themselves. You are a good person to me, and I will always remember the great Gatsby.